guillotine, and when I was originally taught the guillotine, it was almost like you just throw your arm around somebody and then you get them in the guard and you extend, okay? And yeah, that hurts, but that's not what we're looking for. We're actually trying to get the strangle in the position, okay? So we'll go over it from how to get it from somebody's knees, whether they're like in a quarter position or just on all fours. And then we'll get into a position from like the guard on how to get it. But the most important thing is how we are getting this position with our hands, okay? And there's a difference between the guillotine, which we're gonna go over today, and the arming guillotine. You have to finish both of those differently, okay? So first, go ahead and get on your knees facing me. There we go. So with the regular guillotine, this is the easiest way to kind of teach it. So this is what we're gonna do from here first. I need to make sure, obviously, that remember, every strangle that we do, we're trying to build that triangle. We're building a base so they can't really escape, and then I have to cover the carotid arteries, right? So the arteries are what we're trying to block off, whether it's a rear naked choke, Ezekiel, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so the same thing with the guillotine. So with this guillotine, what I have to make sure that I do, I'm not just grabbing his head and pulling it towards me, okay? I need to make sure that I'm in control of his body as I'm doing this. So even in this position here, when I'm getting out here, let's turn this away. So when I'm here, I'm trying to build that shelf so he can't just escape, okay? If I just try to grab here and pull back, if his head slips, just move your head back, he's out of it, okay? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my armpit over the base of his head here. So if he tries to back up or move up to get posture, I'm blocking that, okay? Now the second thing, my arm when it's coming back around, I want to get as far deep as I can. There's different guillotines. Some people like to grab the chin and do the guillotine that way. I don't like doing that. Yes, you have control of the guy, but if you can see, when I get his chin here, my elbow flares out to keep control of that chin, and I don't really have a choke. The strangle, I have more of a choke where I'm putting that pressure on like his esophagus as opposed to the arteries, okay? So when I get this position, I need my armpit over, and I'm gonna reach through as far as I can to build that triangle, okay? So I don't even have this arm here, but I feel it getting tight. And so when he tries to move, he can't really do anything. And I still have this arm to do whatever I want to with, okay? So my bicep, I'm trying to cover one side of his carotid. My forearm's coming all the way around to finish the other side, okay? So what I like to do is I grab the fatty part of my hand, I bring my elbows in to make it really tight, and then I squeeze here, okay? I'm not squeezing up, okay? When I squeeze up, I'm giving him room to escape, and I'm also attacking that esophagus as opposed to the arteries, okay? There's a lot of like meat on his neck, and I'm trying to cover the soft part right here where the arteries are, okay? So as I'm getting to this position here, as soon as I cover that position, that's where my elbows come down, and I get the squeeze pretty easily, okay? And all I'm doing, hand over the fatty part, elbows in, and I'm squeezing, and then I am bringing it up, but once I have the squeeze, I'm bringing it up into me as opposed to just bringing it up this way, okay? If I just thought about getting this position here, where I'm coming up on his esophagus, he can just get his head out. Yes, it's gonna hurt him, but I need to keep control of him at all times when I'm doing this, okay? So another way to finish this position, I've done it a few times. I really don't like it because it changes the angle for me. And I think if somebody is really stubborn or I don't have a good bite, they can just start pushing my elbow and trying to get that off, okay? And what that is I'm getting my arm in deep, and instead of grabbing, squeezing, and getting that angle here, making it really tight, I get this angle and I'm pushing the fatty part of my hand again towards his head, okay? So, switch ankles again. So as soon as I get to this position here, this comes through and my hand's coming this way to get that position, okay? Yes, it's tight. I just, personally for me, I feel that there's more room for them to escape because I'm almost throwing myself in a weird position to off balance to finish that position, right? And it does work, but for me, the way my body's built, I don't like it, especially on a bigger body. To get that position, unless someone's just given it to me, it doesn't work for me, okay? So when I get back to this position here, my armpit is over, I'm squeezing all the way through, I get to my position, I'm grabbing, elbows in, and now from here, I get that position that I want, okay? So that's just the position I want you guys to go over right now. To feel the guillotine, feel that squeeze is where it's gonna come from, without trying to grab the chin right now. And also try the high elbow, where your arm's coming in, you're pushing your arm this way. I think it gives somebody an out. We'll go over and escape with it later, but just that way, it's easier to grab, squeeze, and get that position. Okay, let's practice it.